Well, when I became a Christian, I knew this idea that with God all things are possible. I got that. And so I just began to believe God for certain things. And I'll tell you some more stories later. But one of those was I was a student at Western Michigan University here in town, loved going to Western, lived in Valley 2, go Lefebvre. But I got it in my heart to transfer and go to Boston University to change my major from biology to dentist, or biology, from biology because I wanted to be a dentist, to communications because I felt God had called me to the ministry, and I didn't know what that meant, but I figured communications would help. And so it was in my heart to transfer. But the thing is, at Western was it's a state school, and I'm an in-state resident, so we got the in-state tuition price. I worked as an RA in Valley 2, and then eventually an assistant director in Henry Hall up on main campus. So I was getting free room and board and actually being paid when I was the assistant director in Henry Hall. And to transfer to Boston University, a private school, out-of-state tuition, not getting free room and board, not getting paid, my tuition would have quadrupled. And my housing would have been 100% more than I was paying at the moment. All of that was crazy, and I wanted to change my major from biology to communications. I didn't want to lose any credits and still wanted to graduate in 4 years, and I wanted to transfer the middle of my junior year, which is the totally wrong time to transfer, because I would lose a lot of credits. But you know what? With God, all things are possible. So I just believed the Bible, and I just began to take the steps. I began to pretend what would happen if with God all things were possible. Wonder what could happen. Let me just pretend that it's all true, and let me just start taking steps. And anyways, the end of the story, I'll probably tell you the whole story some other day, but the end of the story is I did transfer in the middle of my junior year. I did graduate in 4 years. I did change my major, and I did spend less out of pocket to go to a private school out east than I would have spent had I stayed here at Western and graduated in the 4 years as a biology major. And all the people said, whoa, that's a God thing. I began in that season to get an idea that God is good, and we've got to take the lid off. He's got so much more for us. Now, I didn't know anything about giving. At this point, I knew nothing about giving. I only knew about taking. I only knew about believing God for big things. And aren't you glad God starts us where we are? He just starts us where we are. He wants us blessed. No doubt about it, he's a good God. But I found out later, and again, I'll tell you stories as we go, I found out later he doesn't just want us blessed, he wants us to be a blessing.